Hello everyone. I, Mr. Vishal Shah, Assistant Professor, Krishna Institute of Pharmacy, Karad, once again welcome you all to this session on the pharmaceutical analysis. In this video, we are going to cover the second part of the sources of impurities. In previous video, we have covered with the different sources of impurities that are associated with the raw materials as well as the manufacturing process and the reagents that are used during the manufacturing. In this video, we are going to see the other sources by which impurities are incorporated into the pharmaceutical substance. If you have not watched my previous video, please watch videos related to the pharmaceutical analysis also. And if you like the content of this my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's begin with our today's session. But before starting with our today's session, just we will see what are the learning outcomes of this session. So after this session, students will be able to explain the different sources of impurities. Now next source due to which impurities are incorporated into the pharmaceutical substance is solvents that are used during the manufacturing process. After reagents, solvents are most commonly used in this manufacturing process for, say for example, washing, also for different purposes, that is the dissolution of our starting material. So whatever the pharmaceutical substances that we are going to use, they are either prepared in the solvated crystalline form. So small amount of solvents that are employed in the preparation as well as the purification of the reaction intermediates or the final product, they may also result in the contamination of the pharmaceutical substance. So if the solvents are used for the washing purpose, then some small amount of solvents are present as such in our pharmaceutical substance. So water is the most commonly used available solvent and used quite frequently in the preparation of the inorganic pharmaceutical substances. So water can be the major source of impurities, as different types of impurities are present in the water and different amount of impurities are also present in the water. So water is the major source of impurities. So there are different types of water that are used during the manufacturing process. First one is the tap water, and whatever the amount of impurities that is present, it depends upon the which type of water that we are going to use. For example, tap water is consisting of impurities like calcium, then sodium, then chloride, then carbonate ions and sulfate. So these are the types of different impurities, cations and anions, that are present in the small amount in the tap water. So if we use the tap water on a large scale, will lead into the contamination of the final product with these impurities, because impurities will remain as such in the product even after washing, because again we are going to use the water for the washing. So if tap water is used, then definitely that will incorporate these types of impurities. Then softened water. So it is almost free from divalent cations like calcium and magnesium. Tap water is consisting of a calcium, magnesium, but softened water is free from calcium and magnesium, but still they are consisting of the sodium as well as the chloride ions. So these impurities are usually present in the softened water. So impurity because of the usual chemical water softening process. So therefore the final product obviously is free from calcium and magnesium, but still it is consisting of a sodium and chloride as a impurities. The demineralized water, it is prepared by means of ion exchange, so that it is free from sodium, calcium, magnesium or chloride, sulfate or carbonate, but it may have the pyrogens, bacteria and organic impurities. So due to the demineralization process, the water is free from the cationic or as well as the ionic impurities, but they may have a pyrogens, bacteria and organic impurities. So if we are going to use the demineralized water, definitely certain pyrogens as well as the bacteria are present in their final product. So it is better solvent than tap water or a softened water, but economic factor discourage the use of large scale, because we have to use the some certain cost to carry out the demineralization of the water, so it will increase the cost of the product. And then the distilled water, it is free from all organic as well as the inorganic impurities, and therefore this is the best as a solvent, but it is quite expensive. As it is free from all impurities, it does not pass any impurity to the final product. So we have to use the distilled water for the preparation of the any product. Then next source from which impurities are incorporated into our pharmaceutical substance is reaction vessel. The reaction vessels employed in the manufacturing process may be metallic, such as copper, iron, cast iron, then silver, aluminium, nickel, zinc and lead. Also we are going to use the glass and silica for the construction of a chemical plants, but these days many of these are replaced by the stainless steel and a variety of the other alloys. Some solvent and reagents employed in the process may react with the metals of the reaction vessels, which leads to their corrosion and passing the traces of the metal impurities into our final product. Similarly, glass vessels may give traces of alkali to the solvent. So lead may be found as impurities in a commercial sulfuric acid which has been manufactured by the lead chamber process. Also, substances prepared by the same electrolytic process may contain the electrode materials as undesirable impurities. For example, antimony as well as the bismuth. The next type of source is intermediates. Sometimes an intermediate substance may be produced during the manufacturing process, may contain the final product. For example, sodium bromide is prepared by the reaction of a sodium hydroxide and bromine in a slight excess. For example, you can see this reaction. Here, sodium bromide is prepared by the reaction of a sodium hydroxide and bromine in the slight excess. So, the sodium bromide, which is an intermediate product, so this is the sodium bromide which acts as an intermediate product that is formed during the conversion of a NaOH to the bromine. So when NaOH is reacted with the bromine, there will be formation of sodium bromide as the intermediate product will take place, and this sodium bromide is further converted into this sodium bromide. So this sodium bromide, which is an intermediate product, is reduced to the sodium bromide by heating the residue that is obtained by evaporating the solution to the dryness with the charcoal. So here sodium bromide, when it is evaporated by heating with the charcoal, it will be converted into the sodium bromide. So if sodium bromide is not completely converted into the sodium bromide, then it is likely to present as a impurity. That is, sodium bromide is present as a impurity into sodium bromide. Then atmospheric contamination during the manufacturing process. Atmosphere may contain the dust like aluminum oxide, sulfur, silica, and some gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, arsine gas, as well as the hydrogen sulfide. So these may contaminate our final product during the manufacturing process. Some substances which are susceptible to the action by atmospheric carbon dioxide and water may be contaminated with them during their preparation. For example, sodium hydroxide readily absorbs the atmospheric carbon dioxide when it is exposed to the atmosphere. So, if sodium hydroxide exposed to the carbon dioxide, then it will be converted into sodium carbonate, which is present as impurities in the sodium hydroxide. Also, calcium hydroxide solution, which can absorb the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and it will be converted into the calcium carbonate. So calcium hydroxide, it will absorb the carbon dioxide and it will be converted into calcium carbonate. So calcium hydroxide may consisting of a calcium carbonate as a impurities. So these are the various sources of the impurities that are present in the pharmaceutical substance. In next video, we will see the remaining type of impurities. Before that, just you have to go to this particular website, use this code and give the answer for this question. Thank you. If you like the content of this my YouTube channel, please like my videos, share with your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.